Hi, I'm Pox.
Couch Guy.
You're watching the Two Smart Guys show and our shortest episode ever. Ever. If you've been watching the last couple episodes, I was down at CES 2014. We're doing the top 5 trends this week that were at CES.
Top 5 trends that Pox thinks.
Oh yeah, this is my personal
I have a different opinion to different these trends. He liked these, so I'm going to go with his trends because he went to CES and I didn't. So to make the shortest episode ever, number 5.
Number 5 is video doorbells. They were everywhere.
You know who's on the other side without ever sticking your eye in the peephole.
Yeah, not a lot of huge companies. Biggest one being Dish. They had a setup where it's an app on your hopper that would interface with home automation devices, and you could people doing the doorbell would pop up on your TV screen. And then there was like a million other third-party ones.
Yeah, it's kind of part of this whole. I've seen them from like they actually replace the eye hole or the peeper inside your door if you have one. There's all kinds of things.
Yeah.
So, number 4.
Number 4, pet monitoring. So this is like the wearable tech thing. They had
for your pet.
But for your pet, they had all kinds of gadgets and stuff to monitor your dog's heart rate and cameras that you can strap onto them so you can see whatever they're seeing. And there was a bunch of them. I don't know why there were so many of them, but there were a bunch. It's just...
You always want to know what your cat's doing.
I didn't know there was such a demand.
Yeah, well, neither did anybody else. All right, this is going to be an interesting list because I only see 4 items on this 5-point list. Number 3.
Number 3 is baby monitors. There was a lot of baby monitors. They were like little cubes. Now, this is almost a little scary, but they'd have things, to connect... to monitor your baby's health and stuff too, so you can see your baby's heart rate, so you know if it's awake or asleep or whatever. I'm wondering, why aren't you with your baby? I mean,
yeah.
I hope people don't become dependent.
Parent for far enough away.
Exactly. I don't people become dependent on these devices that are supposed to be monitoring their babies and call you on your cell phone when they wake up. I mean, how far are you away from your baby?
Yeah. Well, and maybe it's something that when your baby's in daycare or something like that. Who knows?
I don't know.
You never know.
There was a bunch of like baby monitoring, either video or like otherwise devices.
Yeah.
So
okay, number 2.
Number 2, bent screens. Everything was bent,
which is interesting because I don't think bent works until they get to a certain size. But I haven't seen one of these yet, so I'll be interested in seeing one of these when they're probably at NAB.
At anywhere from I think they had like 104-inch TV or 108-inch, 100 and some inch, and then all the way down to cell phones. There's a few different cell phones out that are bent.
Now, like I did see the Samsung phone that's going to be flexible.
It's not flexible. It's just bent.
Well, there was one that bent, but they pushed on it, and it bent. Like it...
Really?
It went down. Like it moved. Which I was like, I think that's the greatest thing ever.
Interesting. I don't remember seeing one that actually bent, though.
I'll find the ad for you, and I'll find it, because it was pretty cool.
I don't doubt it. I don't remember. I didn't personally see that one. And the number one that's not on the list, number 1 trend at CES. You're gonna hate this one. 3D TVs that did not require glasses. There were still stragglers out there that still believe in the 3D.
That's not a top trend. Okay, wait. Let me define a top trend. No. Number 1 on a top trend list cannot be a dying technology.
It's a top trend because Sony gave up on it. LG, I think LG still had one. Panasonic
I'm gonna look up
had
the
one.
Definition of a trend.
A bunch of companies, like weird little third-party companies, had their 3D TVs without glasses, and they actually looked pretty good this time around. They were done in they're 4K TVs, so they're normally a 4K TV, but then they do the parallax every other line thingy-majig or whatever to give you the ability to see the 3D without glasses.
I'm just going to tell you this,
and the resolution was high enough that it worked.
No one but you. I'm genuine. No one but you cares about 3D. I say number 1 on the top 5 trends should be just wearable tech for your person.
Maybe.
Because no one else... Okay, if everyone is getting out of the 3D game and you have some stragglers who are like, oh, look, we can do something now too, it's not a trend. That's a dying event. That's like saying that we suddenly have a Betamax manufacturer who's making tape in a new way.
I say...
Hey, guess what? You're a little late.
My definition of trends are what people were showcasing at CES, how many, the quantity of them, how many booths I had
think that
I saw.
Tech beat
no
any 3D anything you saw
in the news, yes, but on the show floor, not really. There was some stuff out there. I guess it's not. It's not on the list.
Toothbrush that told you whether or not you brushed all of your teeth.
They also had that Happy Fork last year that used to shock you if you ate too much or too fast.
All right, it's your list.
Okay, fine. Wearable tech could be number one.
No, you can keep your 3D crazy. I
do have to mention though, because I got some good footage of it. In terms of wearable tech, is the glove. I think I mentioned it on the other episode, but it was a cool little ski glove that can control everything through Bluetooth. That was interesting. Anyway, see you guys next week. Our shortest show ever. If we end it in like 5 seconds.
3, 2.
See you next week.